make another video.
Yo, We Date series gotta post bloopers one day.
So it's time for some. Let's talk about it.
And today's topic is, when is the right time for marriage?
Never. There's no good time.
There's never a right time.
There really is.
There really is.
It's just like a kid. Like there's no right time.
There is no right time.
Nope.
For anybody asking, there is absolutely never a right time to sign over your life.
You need
never.
You need to know the person that you're with. Don't tell me you were together for a year and you know the person you're with, because that's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's a big fat lie. You may feel like you know the person, but that's bullshit. You know why it's bullshit? Because every day you learn something new, motherfuckers. Okay? So
wait, are we talking about here? You learn something new as if like you're only like 23, 24. Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about somebody that's in their 35, like 35 or so?
I'm talking about in general. I feel like when you get engaged and you only been together for 1 year, I feel like that's way too soon. Way too soon. Like, enjoy the honeymoon phase. Give it a chance.
In this video, we're going to talk about being together. Well, we're going to tell you exactly when it is not a good time at all. And I don't even know if I said that correctly. But when it's a terrible time, and when it might be a little bit better to have the conversation about whether it is time or not. Because you can fuck it all up by taking this step too soon.
Yeah.
We're 8 years in. We're still not married. We're engaged, but we're still not married. You know what I mean? And it isn't so much because of we don't want to or we don't believe in it, whatever the case may be. It's more so that we had to go through a lot of trials to get where we are today. And only time is going to do that for you. And a lot of people don't give it time anymore.
They don't give themselves time. Like I said, enjoy the honeymoon phase, enjoy one another, and don't rush into it. Because at the end of the day, if you're meant to be with that person, you're gonna be with that person regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna end up on each other's path again.
Exactly. Like it's that simple.
Before this video, we did another one that was actually pretty good. There was a lot of shit going on in the background, but you mentioned something really good about where to start when marriage is the conversation at some point. And it's about and you were saying you just gotta know where your partner stands on that.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Get to know your partner and see their view on marriage. Don't just automatically assume like, oh, for example, myself, I had this image on this fairy tale wedding.
Disney Channel, it's all your fault.
I had this image like growing up that is like, this is how it's supposed to be, this is what I want, and this is what I'm gonna get when I find the person I want to be with. But growing up, you don't look at it as, okay, what about the person I end up with? Does that person actually see marriage as I see marriage? And it came to be that, no, we didn't see marriage the same way.
What she thought marriage was, like, what it signified as wasn't the same for me. A lot of people see marriage as, all right, you're who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, 9 times out of 10.
So let's tie the knots and that's it.
Yeah, so let's get it over with. For me, it's like, if I say I'm going to be here and I show you that I'm going to be here and I give you everything that I got every single day, that should be the determining factor to whether you know if I'm going to be here or not. A piece of paper is not going to change the way I feel tomorrow about you. All it's going to do, in my opinion, was complicate things just in case things do go awry somewhere down the line. And for her, it was a little bit different. There's a sense of security for her. You know what I mean? And for me, I couldn't grasp my head around it for a very long time. It took a lot of talking to married men and married women and getting their points of view on marriage for me to kind of change a little bit on the matter. But let them know how you feel about it all. What is marriage?
Well, there's a difference, because in the beginning of it all, I was the one like looking at it as, okay, we've been together this long and there's been no proposal. There's nothing going on. Like, am I here just to be here? Am I gonna be your girlfriend and that's it for the rest of my life? Do I have to settle for that? Or do I deserve more? Did I feel like I deserved more? And at that moment, I felt like I deserved more. Like,
Axel.
I've been with you this long. I've dealt with
Axel.
your shit for this long. I feel like I've been well, you know, in deserving of that at that stage. At that time, that was my mentality. That's how I saw it. But overall, looking at it now, it's like, what's changed? What's gonna change? You know what I mean? I've always said, it got to the point where when I found out about him not having the same views as me, I said, give me a ring and I'm okay. I just want to, you know, the shininess. You see it? Look how pretty. That's all I wanted. Just give me that and I'll be okay.
It was just the jewelry.
That was literally it. Just give me my ring and I'll be okay.
And we've been talking about trying to get married in about 2 years and things like that. We still got some hurdles to climb, but it's definitely in the conversation. But my stance on marriage, for the most part, has not changed. I love this woman. I'm going to have your back always. I plan to be here in 50 years, and a piece of paper is not going to change the way I feel about you.
Well, you interrupted what I was going to say.
Oh, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Thank you. Anyway,
I thought you were done.
My view on it back then is not my view on it today. He was strongly behind the whole it's just a piece of paper.
Elizabeth, stop.
I was so like against that because to me it was so much more. And I felt like overall it just so happened to be,
I'm going to leave the video for 1 second.
Overall it just happened to be like, I guess the way I was brought up. Or not brought up, but I guess it was me just missing that aspect in life or whatever, the whole marriage and the full family and the full image. But now I look at it and I completely understand as to why people look at it as just a piece of paper. And overall, it is a piece of paper, but be sensitive to your partner and understand that that piece of paper has a lot more meaning and, well, may have a lot more meaning to that person than to you. So do not be insensitive. Because although you may feel that your partner does not want to marry you, it may not mean I don't want to marry you because I don't love you. I don't want to marry you because you're not deserving of that. It literally may mean, what's the point? I'm here, as he said, not going nowhere. And I'm giving you everything that I would give you as your husband or wife. So what's the point? In reality, if you look at it overall, at a wedding, you're going to spend so much more money and stress each other out and so much time and effort to do what? Satisfy everybody else around you?
I don't think money can really go into the equation for me personally. I just think, can you get her some milk, please? Thank you. I just think that a lot of it has to go into thought. As far as, will things change? Marriage comes with a lot of pressure. People around you will create pressure for you when you have a certain title, when they think you should have something that you don't currently have. And a lot of the problems that come with it are from outside pressures and not necessarily what you and your partner go through. Like she said, she had this image of how it all was going to be, this and that. And after plenty of conversations, arguments, fights, whatever the case may be, it started to change because she realized that 8 years later, I'm here. We have built a life together. We have a life together and we plan for a future together. Everything I've done up to this point has proved that I plan to be here years to come. You know what I mean? That's what you got to really judge off, is a person showing you what they need to show you, that they're planning to be here later on in life.
Actions speak louder than words.
The ring isn't going to change it. A marriage license isn't going to change it.
If he's not treating you right before it, he's not gonna treat you right after.
All it's gonna do is complicate
a
way out.
Yeah.
And she always said, don't look at it as trying to make a way out, but you need to be able to know that if shit goes bad, I can just walk. And that's also a sense of security as well, just as much as having a license is. Yeah.
I feel like that's also something that a lot of people also, like, view. Like, they look at it like, oh, hell no. If you gonna leave me, it's not gonna be that easy. You know what I mean? And sometimes people use it and are very spiteful.
Oh, they're like holding people hostage for it.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, that's the wrong reasons. Like, first of all, I say, when you're talking about marriage and thinking about marriage, you shouldn't even consider divorce an option.
Axel?
I personally, truly feel that way. If you're looking at this person and saying, this is the person I'm going to marry, that means you're marrying this person till death do us part, or whatever that shit says. I'm tired. I'm like half asleep.
You got to be all the way in.
You got to be all the way in.
You can't
and
have
if
one
you're
foot in
sitting
and one
here
foot out. That doesn't work.
If you're sitting here talking about,
Axel.
I'm going to marry this person, but if divorce comes in, I'm going to have to do this, and that. No, that shouldn't even be in the conversation. That shouldn't even be in the thoughts. If you're gonna marry this person, you love this person, and this is the person you're marrying, and point blank, period. That's simple. I'm happy, I'm getting married, and he's the one I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. Not just, I'm in love.
Yeah, you gotta be all the way the fuck in. You can't have one foot in the door and one ready to dip
I'm
out
in
that
love,
motherfucker.
but
It don't work.
As Steve Harvey says, when you say something and then but comes after it, everything you just said gets eliminated. For example, I love you, but blah, blah, blah. You know that I love you just got completely erased. Do you realize that? Just saying. Steve Harvey, if you watch this ever, I love you.
As far as the original topic, when do you know is the right time? There is no right time, but what I can say is there is definitely a wrong time. Anything, in my opinion, if you guys have been dating since you're about 15, 16 years old, it's gonna have to wait till you're around 25, 26, 27.
Yeah, please don't get married at 19 or 20.
You got a lot of time to grow. You got a lot of time of figuring yourself out, what you want. Your dreams and desires change all the time. Your surroundings change. Your families change. You know what I'm saying? You go through a lot of changes from 16 to 23 to 25. I'm not even 25 yet, but I know that I'm going to change a lot in the next 2 years or so. Time.
And what if you stop liking the person? Like,
you can grow out of love.
Yeah, like, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Her and I don't have much in common, and
at all.
Always
much. We don't have much. We have nothing in common.
We don't have much in common.
I don't have nothing in common.
We don't have much in common. The small things we do have in common, but things we absolutely love, they're not the same for us.
No.
So we always have to make exceptions and try new things for one another. You know
so basically, I don't like him. That's pretty much what he's telling you.
It's definitely an anomaly how it all works out, but I think the fact that we're open to trying new things is how it all stays together.
I don't like him.
Oh Lord.
I'm sleepy.
Listen, I'm gonna end it by saying, listen, if you guys start dating really young, don't let marriage be in the conversation to at least 5 to 6 years later. All right, because there is a lot of growing pains that are going to come with your relationship within those 5 to 6 years.
And please do not fall for those stupid Facebook posts that mention, oh, if he didn't propose to you within 3 to 4 years, then he's not going to marry you. Bitch, no. If you really fall for these things on Facebook, you have issues.
What she said.
Do not let social media run your life.
Yeah, don't let other people's choices and
when the time is right,
run your life.
The time will be right. When it's time for you to be engaged, it will come. When it's time for you to get married, it will come.
Fellas,
period.
I'm going to speak to the guys on this point because women, as you said, they come in with a lot of preconceived notions, hopes, and dreams. Do not let your woman pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do.
Agreed.
Because
we are very pushy. So, baby, that ring is on sale, and like I totally love it. When are you gonna buy it? you know, it's about that time. We've been together like 3 years. Like, you need to do this. Like, hello, let me give you that push. Let's go to this jewelry store. That ring over there. Yeah, sorry.
She's going on and on. Take your time. Take your time. There is no right time, but too early can be disastrous. All right. If you
Too
know,
early is dangerous.
if you got a lot of questions, and there aren't questions like, how am I going to provide it? If it's not questions like that, it's too soon. It's too soon. Just figure out.
Personally, I don't even like the traditional way where it's like you wait till marriage, then you get married, build a family. Nah, I feel like y'all should do all that before. Like, live with each other first. I'm not saying have kids. I'm saying live with each other.
You're gonna have kids
Eventually. But live with each other first, because if y'all can't stand each other then, like, y'all not gonna deal with each other after.
Yeah, a lot of you niggas hate each other and don't even know it yet.
Yeah. We hated each other at one point.
No, I'm not sending shots here your way. But that is true.
So lost.
That is true. Get to know one another. Get to know yourself. And don't let anybody pressure you into
Damn, I
something
look
that
good.
you're not
No,
prepared to do.
I look a mess.
Thank you guys for watching. And we appreciate all the support.
Over and out.
Bye. Oh, Lord.